Have you updated your marketing strategy? If you haven't updated your marketing plan in the last couple of years, if it doesn't include social media or local mobile marketing, you really need to consider updating your marketing plan. Marketing has changed so dramatically in the past few years that if you haven't updated your strategy, you're at risk of being left behind. But even more importantly, you're going to find yourself working twice as hard to get the same amount of results. Let's take a look at some traditional marketing. The phone book, where's yours? When's the last time you used it? Some of the numbers I've seen, 16% of the population is still using a phone book. I think that's high, but either way, 16% is very, very small and probably isn't going to prove effective for you. Direct mail, 1 to 2% yield. Most people are sorting their mail over the trash can. They're so used to seeing all these ads that they don't even see them anymore. They're almost oblivious to them. Telemarketing, if you're doing any kind of business to consumer telemarketing, you're going to find it's very challenging because of the do not call lists and because of caller ID. Your message isn't getting through, people aren't answering the phone, or you're limited to the number of people that you can actually call. Newspapers, well, as you know, readership is declining rapidly and it's going to continue to decline. Newspapers are moving online and people are moving online and other means of getting their news and staying current. Email, still very much a solid way to advertise in the market, but there's some challenges, and those challenges are spam blockers, messages that aren't getting through. You've got email overload. People are getting so much email that it's hard for them to spot your nugget inside of all of that sea of emails that they're dealing with. And the open rates are really low. They're roughly 30-35%, somewhere in that range, which means that about 2/3 of your messages aren't even getting through. The problem we have is that traditional marketing, it just isn't effective anymore. So let's take a look at what's changed. People are relying on technology to get their information now. Laptops have become smaller. We've got the iPad. We can go mobile with a lot of our technology where we were tied to a desktop computer before. So all this technology that's changed has made it so much easier for consumers to get their information from different sources. The internet, it's now the new Yellow Pages. People are using the internet to go and get information about a product or a service before they buy. And the nice thing about the internet is that you can get reviews. You can find out more about what people are saying about a product or service before you purchase it. And that's what's making the internet so much more powerful than the phone book, because you can get that information and make a good, smart buying decision before you purchase. The cell phone, well, it isn't just for talking anymore. I can watch TV, I can download movies, I can download and read a book on my cell phone. I can shop online, I can get the weather and news, I can listen to the radio or listen to MP3s, I can play games on my phone. I can access all of my social media sites. I can use the map feature if I get lost, I can get email, and I can also take pictures and use the video camera on it. Cell phones right now, there are 5 billion plus users versus only 1.8 billion internet users. That's almost 3 times the number of people with cell phones, and that number is only going to get bigger and bigger because the cost of cell phones is coming down, it's becoming more affordable, and it's to the benefit of the phone companies to get the phones to where they're cost effective for everybody to have one. So you can anticipate that number to continue to just explode. If you're continuing to market in the old traditional way of marketing, you're basically marketing on an empty playground, and this is what it looks like. You've got to follow your customer and go where your customer is. Where your customer is getting the information for their purchases is where you need to be, so that you're part of their decision making when they're choosing a place to purchase products and services. The easiest and the fastest way to get quick results and be found is through the Google Places page. There's also similar sites for Yahoo and Bing, but we're going to focus on Google for right now. I just did a search for pizza, and what came up, and by the way, pizza is a very competitive word, but what came up in the organic search, which is in that red box right there, is Domino's, Papa John's, and Pizza Hut. Those are some of the bigger franchises. And so imagine trying to compete for pizza against companies that have this kind of buying power to be able to rank high on the search engines. It's extremely competitive. But what Google has done is they have what they call their places page, and in the box below that I just brought up, that is also organic searches, but these are for local businesses. And you'll notice we've got Anthony's Pizza, we've got Marco's. These are small businesses. These aren't the big chains. And so what's happened is that Google has made it easy for small businesses to compete. Now, if you click on that map to the right there, what comes up is this view here. You've got the map on the right, and then you've got a list of businesses that are on that map, the A through, I believe it's J on this map. What I've circled for you, though, is the reviews. And the reason I wanted to circle that and bring that to your attention is that's part of the formula to rank high for Google Places, is that you do want to get reviews, and the more competitive the term, like pizza, the more reviews you need to get yourself ranked up, higher on the search engines. Let's zoom in on the map real quick. What I brought up to your attention here is the little dots. And if you notice all those dots on there, those are the places pages that have either not been claimed or they're not ranking high enough to rate. And so what I wanted you to see here is that there's a lot of little dots on here. A lot of people don't realize that this is out here, and so now is a great time to get involved because your competition isn't there. They don't realize that that's what this is all about. And so it's not very difficult to get out there and be found. Here's what your places page looks like when you set it up. You have the option to put pictures in there. If you notice on the left over here, I've got the hours of operation circled, but also transit. Google's telling people how to find your place. They're telling you to catch Welton Station, bus number 101. They're making it very easy for your customers to find you. Now below I've circled the menu, and the reason I brought that to your attention is that that is a hot link. If you click on it, it actually opens up a menu and you can see what your choices are at this particular restaurant. Now as we scroll down a little bit further, you've got photos and videos, and what they've allowed you to do is put pictures of happy customers and all the things going on inside of your place of business. And in this case, they have lots of entertainment, so they put a YouTube video so you can actually see who the entertainment is that they're bringing in. And then even below that you have reviews where people are talking about the place of business. These are the things that help a consumer decide whether or not they want to go to this restaurant. And the same thing holds true for your business. Now, claiming your places page, it's easy. Getting top position takes a little bit of work. You want to put reviews, you want citations, you want pictures and videos, you want your site to be interactive and get people coming to it. One of the things I forgot to mention, did you know that your places page is already mobile enabled, which means it's already going to show up and look great on your cell phone. So anybody who's searching for you via cell phone, it's already optimized and going to look good on the cell phone. How many people do we say are on cell phones? 5 billion people, and it's only going to get bigger. By the way, it's also optimized for GPS, so when people are driving down the road, they can see your place of business as well. Social media, it's huge. We could talk about that for days and days, so we're just going to focus on one of the big ones, Facebook. 500 million users, almost 600 million users today, and there are 52% of the folks on Facebook are accessing it via their cell phone. Not only that, but they're also the most active users on the internet social media sites is those with the cell phones. Let's take a look at one company who's done a great job with Facebook. This is the Cold Stone Creamery, and they had a contest. They had about 4,000 people that were involved in the contest, and they asked people to write in comments on the 3 featured flavors for the summer. Their goal was to increase sales traffic to the stores by 3% using non-traditional advertising. They had coupons on the Facebook page, and what happened is people were redeeming them at the cost of 39 cents to redeem versus $3.60 for traditional coupon marketing. So it's a huge, huge savings. In the end, they roughly added $10,000 in incremental sales over the course of a month. So you take a look at that, $10,000 in sales and a reduced cost for redeeming coupons. That is a huge win for this company. In summary, social media and mobile marketing have leveled the playing field, and they've made it possible for small businesses to compete without spending a lot of money. If you're interested in learning more, there's a sign up here for some free marketing evaluation. Sign up. We'd love to help you out. Thanks for listening.